Alright, you guys, Mr. Winslow just informed me he's not going to be here tomorrow, so you got me. This first one, it's called scaling graphs. Make sure you've got it in front of you. There are a couple of examples. Sometimes you're going to do that M2, which means multiply by 2. So if you have something like a 2 by 2, a coordinate grid of 2 by 2, if you multiplied it by M2, M2, you would have 4 by 4. And if you did 3 by 3, you'd have a 6 by 6. So you need to decide, are you going to multiply by 2 or multiply by 3? Those are just some of those words that they're going to use in there with the M2, meaning multiply by. M1, and then if I'm looking at the little dots there, it says M1, comma, M.05. Do you see that one? M1. And then it's a M.0.5. So this would be, if my coordinate pair was 2, 2, M1 would be 2 times 1, which would be 2, and 2 times 0.5. What is 2 times 0.5? Have you figured it out yet? 1, because you're cutting it in half. So sometimes you're even going to get ones where it's not a full, it's part, or a 0.5. So number 1, it says, how would you describe a new figure that was scaled M1, M1? Well, if you had an ordered pair of 2, 2, and you multiplied it by 1 and 1, what would you get? I hope you're saying the same thing, because that's what your answer should be for number 1. If you multiply 2 by 1, you get 2, and another 2 by 1, you get another 2. So no matter what, if you multiply it by an M1, M1, you're going to get the same thing. Down at number 2, it says plot and connect the following coordinate grids on the graph below. So I'm giving you a bigger one here because you're going to need it today. That little square on your sheet is too small. So the first thing you need to plot is 4 and then 0.5. So go over 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up 0.5. There isn't a 0.5, but I bet you can figure out it's going to be halfway in between. And then the next one it says to plot is a 2.5 over 1, 2, 2.5, and then up 0.5, so you're right in the middle of it. And then, oh, and it did say to connect them, so hopefully you got your straight edge, unlike me, and you're going to connect them. The next one was 2.5, where we are, or we're already over 2.5, but this time we're going to go up 3.5. 1, 2, 3.5, and we'll connect that one. And then the next one, you're going to go over half, but up 1. Are you catching the shape yet? And then the next one, you're going to go over 2.5, 1, 2.5, and then you're going to go up a half. Hey, we're already there. And then you're going to go nowhere. You're going to stay at your 0, but you're going to go up 0.5, so you've got a dot right here. And then the next one, you're going over 1, but up 0. Wow, this is going to be one very flat boat if you're seeing the sail. Over 3.5 this time. 1, 2, 3.5. Up 0. And then your last one, you went over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and up a half. So you're right here already. You're right back there. So you just plotted your first one. Now it says you need to scale that problem. So take all of those coordinates that you just used and scale that problem, and you need to decide, do you want to do a M2, M2? Do you want to do M3, M1? How is it that you want to scale your shape? So I'm thinking, you guys can change your mind, but I'm thinking you might want to do something like a tall, skinny sailboat. I would definitely make it taller. This one's pretty little. So you can do an M2, M2 and make it bigger, or you can make it taller. It's totally up to you. But how about an M3, M1? If that's the case, then you're going to take that first one, which was a 4 and a 0.5, and now you've got 4 times 3 is going to be a 12, so your first ordered pair will be a 12. And now you've got an M1. times 0.5, so it will stay a 0.5. And then your next ordered pair will be a 2.5 times 3. I don't know if you need a calculator for this one or not, but 2.5 times 3, you're going to get 7.5. And then your next one is a 0.5 times 1. Well, that's pretty easy. These are all going to be a 0.5 because that's just the way it goes. And continue on with this pattern, and then you're going to plot this set of data on your graph over here, and you're going to get a whole different sailboat. Hopefully you're understanding this. If not, you might want to use each other for a resource on this. There is another activity, so if you finish this and you're ready for something else, check the next one.